Welcome to Frequent Traveler TV. Today's episode, we have again some topics for you. The first topic is a little bit of talking about newspapers who write something who have no idea about aviation, because they say that a glitch caused Lufthansa to sell a passenger's return ticket. Cuckoo crazy. Then flights within the country are dramatically reduced, not only in Finland, not only in Germany, in other countries as well. We talk about the reasons. Then we have, again, free Singapore tours. If you visit Singapore, the airport offers you to visit the city free of charge. It's a service which has been suspended for over 2 years. And we do have a Hilton Gold and Platinum trial. It's kind of a status match as well, because you have to have a status, but details coming. And we have a deal today from Barcelona via Amsterdam or Paris to Washington with Air France KLM. SkyTeam. Because people are always saying I'm not making deals from SkyTeam because I don't like them. I mean, what should I say? It's not about liking. I mean, I have a status. I have the Volare executive. It's highest you can get. Okay. Let us go into the topics today. And that is the topic. It was published first on BBC. A man who traveled on Lufthansa had to pay $1,500 approx because he was visiting the Euro 2024 qualifier against Croatia on the German airline Lufthansa on March 24th. When the Wales, is it not Welsh? Anyways, the Welsh football fan began to check in for that flight back home. He ran into a nightmare of confusion as Lufthansa notified him that he had missed his flight. The flight information on the airline's app no longer indicated that he had booked the flight. A no-show. According to BBC, Lufthansa informed Davies that his return ticket had been sold because he was a no-show for outbound flight on the March 26th. The carrier was really insisting on it that he should get in touch to sort out the problem, and directed him to its customer relation department, which can be a nightmare. You write them and then they answer you after a couple of months. Sorry that we didn't answer you in time and we have such a high workload. Yeah, but sometimes you have problems which need a solution. However, said he had already contacted the airline multiple times, saying that he first became concerned when the details of his return flight did not appear on the Lufthansa app, which is, in my opinion, always an indicator for 100% being sure that there is something which did not work, that the ticket was not issued, that the ticket was not was suspended for some reasons. And what happened here was that the Lufthansa said that he missed his flight to Split in Croatia via Frankfurt. That happens so often. It's not like Lufthansa says that is a 1 in 5 million times that happens. And it's not that they sold the seat because they said, hurrah, somebody did not fly. They overbooked the flights. And of course, the overbooking happened. And then when the system unfortunately was wrong and said, hey, you did not show up for your flight, which is a classic no-show, but he did fly, then they were more than happy to accommodate somebody else and keep his money. And that is the problem. Then he had to buy a ticket again with Air France via Paris to get home. And this flight cost him $1,100 something, which is 1,000 something euros. And again, they don't want to pay, and they say, yeah, it's a 1 in 5 million fault. And he called Lufthansa, he got hung up, the whole show, what happens to every one of us frequent travelers. And it is unbelievable. But now he said he did fly. And that is the problem, why you should always have your boarding passes. I have my boarding passes actually from my case with Finnair, where they don't want to pay compensation, because you have to keep everything and that you can everything prove. If there happens a mistake or the airline is reluctant to fulfill their legal obligations. Did this happen to you? Did this ever occurred to you that there was a problem? Because mainly this problem makes only trouble not on the return flight, because mostly the return flights work in the system, but then you don't get your mileage credits. Or what I have as a problem when I get an upgrade, or when I buy an upgrade into business class and I'm supposed to get business class miles, they are not giving them automatically. You have to call them. I had the same case not only with Lufthansa, I had it with Finnair, I had it with Air Baltic, so it happened and happens everywhere. So always make sure that you check on your miles, on your points, and on your status journey. Very important, but comment if this is something you had happened to you before. Then the flights in the country are getting less and less and less. They say that in Germany, the Inlandstickets, which is the flights within Germany, are more than 38% less than before COVID. And Eurocontrol said the numbers on Monday today. There are similar changes, minus 38% in Lithuania. Then we have Finland with 35% minus. Only in Hungary they increased by 56% because of the Russian attack on Ukraine. The Ukrainian flights increased, of course not either. They reduced even by 87%. Makes, of course, sense. Anyways, you see that these are completely coming from Eurocontrol, the numbers, and there are reasons for flights for France, for Austria, and the reasoning is very simple, because France and Austria changed a lot of the air traffic towards the train. The same did Lufthansa, but Lufthansa has different reasoning as well. They don't have enough aircraft, so they are canceling flights within the country. And that is for Germany the reason. In Finland, the reason for it is that people are not traveling anymore as much as before. And this said, they don't have the aircrafts and the crews for that to man. Hopefully this will recover soon as well with international flights, because I think that short-haul flights within the country, except it's a connecting flight, do not make sense. A number I know, for example, is the flight Salzburg-Vienna, which is completely not anymore happening for ridiculous reasons, because now the people are flying from Salzburg to Frankfurt or to Zurich most likely, or even get sucked out from Nuremberg, where they changed the same, that the flights Nuremberg, Munich and Frankfurt are not happening anymore, that the people are flying with Air France. So it's just a shift and not a shift within getting less flying. Anyways, they say that the movements of flights will be 2025 recovered. That is what their idea is, how it's going to be. If you have been in Singapore and at Changi Airport, and after a 2-year break, they offer now again the free Singapore tour. That happened very easily now that the international travel is peaking up again. A lot of people that I book tickets for are flying again to Singapore. And of course, passengers are looking to do something while away, wait for the hours until the next connecting flight is coming. And from today on, they can actually enjoy the free time, as a renewed free Singapore tours are back in action after this 2-year break. In a joint announcement of the Singapore Airlines and of Changi Airport, the Singapore Tourism Board relaunched the free Singapore tour today after the 2 years hiatus, which was, of course, due to COVID. The tour was operating for 3 years in 2019 and is now back in full swing. The 4 free tours to choose from are the City Sites, the Heritage, the Changi Jewel tours, which have been refreshed to include some new points of interest. So even if you have been on those before, there is something new always to see. And I think that Singapore is so buzzing and vibrant and interesting, colorful, great, food-wise, culture-wise. Why do you connect only? Stay there for 2 days. Each tour lasts at least 2.5 hours and is available daily, with plans to progressively increase to 9 tours a day. Anyways, pre-pandemic, around 30% of Changi passengers were in transit or transferring, and the tours introduced had a dual purpose. They were designed to make transit and transfers more enjoyable. In 2019, more than 80,000 passengers used the free Singapore tour, with Australian and Indian travelers making up more than 1/3 of total tourists. There you see it. You are in a good company. If you have done it, let me know. Write in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and to support us. Here again, a new Hilton Gold Trial Match and Diamond Fast Track 2023. And the status will be, of course, valid until end of March 2025. There have been so many offers. Some are going away, some are coming back. So it's always changes. But now they changed a little bit because they match now the gold upfront for 90 days, during which the member can retain it or go through the diamond, which is lasting to 31st of March 2025. You only have to consume, and that is a little bit a change, to stay gold. It's 8 nights instead of 7, and diamond has now to be 14 instead of 12. So you try status for 90 days, then you need to consume these 8 nights for gold and 14 nights to get diamond. So you have 90 days. So be wisely when you choose it, that you have your 14 days to get the diamond, or your 8 to retain gold for more than 1 year. No, actually, it's much more than 1 year. Of course, it's a kind of match, so you have to match with Marriott Bonvoy, IHG Rewards, World of Hyatt, Best Western Rewards, or Choice Privilege. There is the option of other, but like always, you must send a copy of your membership card as a screenshot, which is the most easiest way, and of your most recent account activities and proof of stay at a hotel. So they are trying to wiggle all the people out who are trying to Photoshop. That is not okay. As they said, there is others, and that I forgot to say, is that you have to have, very importantly, no chance, because in the terms and conditions, no others. Even you have the option of others. I don't know why that is. Then you should be aware that it is nights, not stays. So that can be in this 8, you can have 8 or 14 consecutive nights. And that is when you get upgraded to diamond. And that is basically the fastest way, just to stay 2 weeks in a Hilton. It would be even greater. The promotion with Build is just gone. Anyways, it was a relatively easy trial. And this to say, if you don't have a gold now, you most likely don't need it, because everybody gets the gold or the diamond status. You get it with the Hilton Aspire credit card, you get directly the diamond. You get a gold with the a little bit cheaper credit card from American Express, or the German version from DKB, or if you're in other countries and you have an American Express Platinum card, then you get the gold status. This said, is it worth it? You have to decide yourself. I think there are too many people getting too often the status who are not using it. But on the other side, if the people are getting it who are not using it, they're not disturbing, they're not in the hotel, and they're not in the race for the upgrades. So let us get you the airfare of the day. And here I will give you the picture, and there you see it. It is in Barcelona via Amsterdam or Paris, and then to the friends in Washington. The booking class is Z, and the fare, if I didn't mention it, is 1,549 euros. It's a good fare. 7 days minimum stay, 12 months maximum stay, stopover in each direction, can be bought for 75 euros each. Cancellation is a problem because this is not a refundable ticket. So you will lose this ticket and have the problem to get the money back. Changes are not permitted either in case of no-show. So you have to change the ticket in advance, and that is very important. Yeah. Now we have the problem, like always, we want to know how many points you get. This said, I will give you all this. The distance itself is 533 miles from Barcelona to Charles de Gaulle, 771 to Amsterdam, and from Amsterdam to Washington it's 3,867 and 3,861 from Paris. So you see, it's not a big difference. I would have thought it's a much bigger difference. So let us check on the points you get. China Eastern Airlines, 18,618, the same like Aero Mexico. Delta gives you a little bit less, 18,510. Virgin gives you 17,626. And so on. There you see the miles. Check it with where to credit. Flying Blue gives you 4 miles per euro. That is something which is straightforward and easy. But the others give you in the SkyTeam most likely 9,640. It's Malaysia, but then Air Europe gives you 11,568 and upwards. So that is the bracket in which you can expect your points and miles. Thank you for watching Frequent Traveler TV today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, leave us a comment. And if you have a question, write me. WhatsApp. Happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you. Bye.